is in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And his kick is right through. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey,
under pressure, they got him again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This man was a Saint for 3 years. It's Darren Sproles. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack the seat. He's got him in, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? To throw, it's Breeze. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Here we go.
Breeze to throw again. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill from 13 yards out. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Great 15. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Hey, boys, got 4 down.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, CD, regular season inching closer. You know, looking at the ledger of the games, we'll just stick with the NFC right now, but it starts with a bang. Atlanta at Philly on the 6th.
How about the last 2 teams to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl head-to-head to start the season? The Falcons, they didn't win it. Philadelphia did. And then how about this for a second game? San Francisco at Minnesota. In normal years, it doesn't get as much attention, but how about now? Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers to take on now Kirk Cousins' Minnesota Vikings.
Anything else there from the NFC Week 1 catching your eye?
Well, I think the Dallas Cowboys at Carolina, that definitely does, because the Cowboys are trying to get back to the playoffs. Dak Prescott, full season of Ezekiel Elliott, and, of course, number 1, the big man, Cam Newton, will welcome them to Charlotte. And to finish things off, the last game of the season openers, the Los Angeles Rams, last year's revelation, taking on John Gruden's Oakland Raiders. How about that?
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now. Great 15. Great 15. 120. 81. 81. What's this up? On the ball. Listen.
On first down, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Trey 15, Trey 15, 20.
On second down, here's Wentz. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Hey, while we got a second, let's talk rookie running backs. Obviously, the headliner is Saquon Barkley, but there's a lot of good other backs in this class, are there not?
There certainly are, and there was a surprise first-round pick to many people out of San Diego State named Rashad Penny, who went to Seattle. They're trying to recreate that strong running game that they had that powered them to 2 Super Bowl appearances. How about Royce Freeman in Denver? A big-time pickup out of the University of Oregon. They expect him to be the lead runner when the season begins. He'll get every opportunity to do that. Kerryon Johnson in Detroit, out of Auburn. They haven't had a running game since I can't remember, and they need to take some pressure off of Matthew Stafford. Maybe Kerryon Johnson can power them that way. How about a couple below-the-radar guys? Chris Warren is leading the NFL in rushing.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chris Long able to get in and bury him well behind the line for a loss of 17. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Great. Flag. Here we go.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense, and you and I both know.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Breeze on the bootleg. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. The final shot before half for Breeze. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
G go too fast. I don't need wear no seatbelt. Bad look, got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is little baby? He gone. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsches. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm tortured. Had the fish on my teeth, I went porcelain. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it a Forbes. They load me in the bay like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no strings attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it foreign it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel, pyrotechnics ablaze, They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guy. Guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
On the mark.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Go, go. 280. Black, come on.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Black, come on. Ram. Grade 15, grade 15. List 5-7, 82.
Throwing is Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Buying time. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves if we're going to have that kind of a reference. They've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
He got 29 yards that time.
Come on now. Let's go. On the ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They go play action here on 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game. His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal.
Gun.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Now Ryan. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Long. In there to bury him for a loss of 11. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If they throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Wentz. Hurts over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here we go.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Drops it off to Ajayi. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Now Hardy on the return. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Well, we progressed through the preseason, so let's prognosticate about the regular season. NFC.
Can we overanalyze?
Yeah, I want to overanalyze, too. NFC, the 4 divisions, who do you have winning them?
Let's start in the East. The Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl last year, got better in the offseason. I think they win their division again, although Dallas will make a strong run at them.
Okay. In the South, you were saying you like Atlanta.
Yeah, I do like Atlanta to get back to the top. Tough division. 3 teams in the playoffs last year. Atlanta, New Orleans, which won the division, and Carolina.
Going west, who do you have out there?
The Rams. They took over for the Seahawks last year. I expect them to stay on the top of the heap. But let's face it, a lot of excitement in San Francisco with Jimmy Garoppolo.
In the North, can Green Bay overtake Minnesota?
They can, but I don't think that they will. I think the Vikings defense carries them home. Kirk Cousins, their new quarterback. The Packers will challenge in a big way, but keep an eye on Detroit as well.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Now it's Ryan. Escaping the play. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Long in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now Ryan on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught. Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Ryan, flush to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
The touch and time here are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And the Falcons going to use another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And here now come the Falcons. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. He's airing it out for Sanu. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Freeman again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Now Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Brandon Graham able to drop him for a loss of 4.
21.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Caught by Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Gun. Hey, stop. Hey, gun.
To throw on 2nd down. Ryan looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. He's at the 50, the 40, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing his Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13 and also a first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And he puts it through. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, let's go.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they will not be able to hook up.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up know the leader. Getting out while I'm on the. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros.
Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down.
Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
I feel like a boss right now. Talk down the man right now.
Oh yeah.
Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now.
Oh yeah.
Shorty ought to been my me. Ooh, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left. Yeah.
Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, downs, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me.
Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
Come on, let's go. Tempo. 36 power.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
tempo, baby. Let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Wilson on 2nd down. He hits Baldwin right side. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. First down, Seahawks. Wilson to Baldwin. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Gotta go, gotta go.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Fletcher Cox getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Here's Wilson. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Foot. 82.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
82. Come on. Here we go, come on.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You know what? We got a second. I did want to take a look back to the Hall of Fame inductions. Took place in Canton on August 4th. And what stood out to you from the ceremonies, from the speeches that you heard?
Well, for me, beside the speeches, just remembering their careers, I really flashed back at how much I enjoyed watching Brian Dawkins play, and his speech was terrific as well. Robert Dr. Doom Brazil with the Houston Oilers, absolutely loved him as a player. And Jerry Kramer had to wait so long with the Green Bay Packers. For him to get in, I thought was terrific, and I can't wait for next year. First ballot eligible guys, Tony Gonzalez, Ed Reed, and Champ Bailey. That's a strong class.
Another star-studded cast.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So a minute 56 to play in this 1st half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Completes it to Dixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
Well, hey, switching gears for a second, halfway through the preseason, any big takeaways that you've seen so far, Charles?
Just a few come to mind. Number one, the roster of 90 that stays that way throughout preseason, I think is a boon for every team because you can practice a little bit better, get a few more things done because you have more bodies, and those guys get to get on tape for 4 preseason games, so I think that's really good. The other part is normal execution, struggle a little bit. Early in the season, guys trying to get it back together. And last but not least, the practice of coming together with another team, 2 joint practices before a preseason game, becoming more and more widespread, and you're getting a lot of really good competition and practice with the best versus the best from each team.
On first down, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now Wilson on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. A strong running. Ertz has it left side. He's at the 40. 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 74 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's got the open man. It's Marshall on the comebacker. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. To throw is Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wilson to throw on second down. And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Great. Lion.
On second down, here's Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Great 15.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They need to get this to the 24 on third down.
81, 81. Great.
Now Wentz again. Aguilar has it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Shorty. What's up?
Here's Wentz to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And Dixon over the middle. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one goes for 24 yards. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He gets it to Brown. Good play. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down. Wilson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Baldwin over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. This one caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Janikowski good with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A first down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven Wallace. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wentz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown.
It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33. Yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football.
Come on now, oh, come on now, let's go.
First throw of overtime for Wentz. It's complete. It's Sproles. Room to run past midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Shorty.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He got 29 yards that time.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Wentz now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. From the red zone now, Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a giant. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They run again with a giant. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
This will be caught by Brown. And now running right through. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Penny, a first down carry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Let's go, let's go.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Seahawks on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And here's your ball game. Down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a 1st down. Now Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So a lot rides now on the big left leg of Sebastian Janikowski. This to potentially keep this game alive at OT. And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death. Well, this one certainly has not lacked for intrigue. And let's keep playing. What do you say?
Fine by me. I'm loving what we're seeing here. This is a heck of a game. And now, guess what? A kicker may decide it again, and the next one that does it wins it.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The situation is simple. It is sudden death from here on out. We had 2 stops defensively. The next score, whatever it is, wins this game.
And I can't wait to see how the defense decides to play this, because knowing that the next point you give up lose the game for you, I expect them to be more aggressive, not just play a normal situational defense, but go after them, attack them a little bit, because otherwise the offense is just trying to find their way to get downfield and kick a field goal. Don't sit back and wait for them to make their plays. I think the defense needs to go after them.
Charles Davis says maybe they go aggressive.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An Eagle 1st down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
Let's go. Great.
Throwing on first is Wentz. This one complete to Sproles. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Wentz. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Lion.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
On the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Drops it off to Ajayi. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So